You know, Explorer Jack, maybe you should consider getting yourself a new house. Because yours is pretty much non-existent. Just a thought. What's up, everyone? This is El Destroyer 229, and welcome back to the Battle of Lumbridge. Now, last week, I showed you guys... Was last week the one where Yeah, I guess that was... I'm trying to remember exactly what I did. Last week, I showed you guys a good way of gathering, like, metal fragments and tears and whatnot. And in this week, as always, we begin with Duke Horatio. Now, I read about it in the forums, and you can see them right here. But last week, people voted for the guard dogs, which was very weird. I mean, the guard dogs was the last thing I expected. Also, imp. The guard dogs were the last thing I expected people to vote on. Because the rats would have been funny, nothing would have been smart, spiders would have been people who just wanted to piss me off. But a lot of people seem to have went for the guard dogs, which is very weird. We also don't have any money left. Well, we have like 5,000 GP, so I guess that's something. And you're also probably wondering what happened to Glowing Ember, and what's this little thing that's following me now? Well, a new promotion just came out today about the Golden Chinchompas. So, yeah, I'm gonna make this thing grow up and give me lots of money. Of course, it takes some time and it has to be out with me. So, unfortunately, Glowing Ember is just taking a nap. Okay, well, let's go ahead and go to the Duke. Yep, train guard dogs. Why, people? Okay. So, this week, the graveyard south of Lumbridge is becoming overfull due to the carnage on the battlefield. So, our choices would have been expand with additional grave plots, which would have been the most expensive, expand with a mass grave, expand with a mass grave and bring in a priest to bless it, or inter the bodies in the catacombs. Why is a mass grave more expensive than the catacombs? That seems kind of weird. Well, anyway, the only things we can do are the mass grave or do nothing. The mass grave seems like that would be a massive disrespect to the bodies of those who died. Ceradominus or Zamarakians, a mass grave. That just seems really disrespectful. So, I guess inter the bodies in the catacombs? I mean, that's just moving them into the catacombs, and the catacombs are huge. I mean, I really don't like the idea of a mass grave, so my vote goes for the catacombs and saving up what little money we have. Alright, claim XP. Put it into strength, as always. How close am I? I am actually almost at 98 strength. Go me. Alright. But, with another week down, we've cast our vote to the Duke. So it's time we head back on over to the battlefield and see what changes have occurred between week 6 and 7. Now, the biggest change... Actually, before I talk about the changes, I want to talk about the lead right now. Throughout the entirety of the battle, with the exception of, like, the first hour or two, Ceradomin has been leading, and I thought for sure that come week 7, Zamorak would start to gain some ground. And while Ceradomin's lead has... the rate of its increasing has decreased every single week. Nonetheless, it keeps increasing. Right now, I know I've kind of neglected to say exactly what the standings are, but Ceradomin currently has 161,644,167 votes. Zamorak has 132,485,101. So Ceradomin's lead is 29.1 million. And it continues to increase, which is surprising given that Week 7 sees the release of Tier 3. Tier 3 is the highest amount that you could possibly get, and with that, with the War Priest set, you get the Helm and the Cape. Emotes, you get the Hierophant title and Tier 3 of the emotes, which I'm kind of not going to go after because those are freaking expensive. Lamps are the same, consumables, they're Tier 3 now, which I still don't buy those. Currently, I don't have enough to buy all of the War Priests, the entire War Priest set. I have 13,500 renown right now. So I still need 6.5? No, 6.5. 6.5, or 6,500, I should say. 6,500 more tiers. And then I can afford the entire Zamorakian War Priest set. Now, that's not the only change. Also, voting still has not concluded for reinforcements. I'll go ahead and just deposit this stuff now. It's still got about another 3 days to go before either the siege units or the champions are coming to the battlefield. Now, it's really interesting. Also, there's that hissing noise that just today is started. I don't know why. But what's actually very interesting is that the rate of sacred metal fragments has increased starting this week. Before, whenever you killed an NPC, like so, get back here, you. Whenever you kill an NPC, if I'm lucky, he'll drop some, which I'm not. Dang. Okay, hold on a sec. Let me go ahead and just try to... Now, in fact, I don't think it really matters, because... Wait, why'd I just run over here if the dude was already dead? Oh, well, whatever. Before, whenever you killed an NPC... This could be a very bad idea, attacking a champion with my normal setup. Whenever you killed NPCs, you would have the opportunity to get sacred metal fragments, and I've mentioned this before. Now, before, the rate that you would get the fragments, or the quantity, I should say, was a random number between 1 and 10. You'd get anywhere from 1 to 10 fragments whenever you killed an enemy. However, starting with week 7... Man, I'm not getting really lucky. Starting with week 7, Jagex has increased the quantity that you can get the sacred metal fragments. Now, you can get anywhere from 5 to 14. That's not any sort of official number that I've seen stated. I haven't seen anything that's been officially stated. But from what I've seen, I get anywhere from 5 to 14 sacred metal fragments, which is actually very nice, considering that I still have 3 more of these cosmetic overrides that I need to get, and actually, I still haven't gotten any of those titles, which is very strange. I know they're really rare, but there's 4 special titles that you can get, just randomly, whether fighting or skilling. Ah, don't you dare bind me. I'll go ahead and bind you. I really should have Excalibur for this, but oh well. So yeah, it seems strange, considering that I have not seen any of those titles yet. Now granted, I don't really care that much about titles, but it would still be a nice thing to try to get. even if I'm not actively going after them. Oh, well, I still have to get about... Oh, hey! Sacred Metal Fragments. Okay, so this one gave me 12. Dang. So yeah, that would not have been possible before this week. To get 12 metal fragments. But now, I can. And so, it's a lot easier to gather the metal fragments now. So if you're still trying to gather a cosmetic override, it's not going to take you anywhere near as much time as it has before. So that pretty much does it for this week. There isn't really too much more that I can really say. Oh, you're starting to get hungry, Daisy. Yes, I named this little Chinopa Daisy. It was one of the available names and I took it. But yeah, that pretty much does it. Tier 7's out. Ceradomin's still leading, which is very surprising. But maybe as more weeks go on and more people get the rest of the War Priest set, more people will switch over to the Zamorakian side and get to it. Or maybe we've all just overestimated the power of mercenaries. Or there were about an equal number of mercenaries on Ceradomin and Zamorak's sides. Who knows? What I do know is that next week, on the Battle of Lumbridge, we will meet an old friend. And no, I'm not talking about Glowing Ember. So, until next time, everyone. Just wanted to wait for that little chant to go away. Take care.